The rules favor the offensive players. Can you point to the rule? Because I can give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rules that in the last few years have favored the defense.
You started me off early, bro. You're getting me tight already. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. You're getting me tight already, bro. Okay. All right. Respect all the good people, bro. Shout out to you, MJ, again. Let's get to it, y'all. Bow.
He says the rules favor the offensive players. Can you point to the rule? Because I can give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rules that in the last few years have favored the defense.
You started me off early, bro. You're getting me tight already. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. You're getting me tight already, bro. Okay. All right. First and foremost, this is the definition of someone who's afraid to lose their connection with the NBA. Why I say that? I can literally, you can look at all my videos that I've made in my year and a half of being on YouTube, right? And I would point out all the fouls. I point them out. I'm very non-biased. What he just said is absolute malarkey. That is absolute malarkey. You know how many double dribbles, traveling car. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. People don't know what a travel or double dribble or carry is nowadays because of the NBA. The NBA has set the precedent for the other leagues down below. What I mean by that, not EuroLeague, obviously. I'm talking about college, high school, stuff like that, right? These young dudes and these young sisters don't even know what's the right calls or not because they're looking at the NBA. That's why I say to people all the time, you want to watch good, actual, like what basketball entails to, overseas basketball is definitely that, right? This is sick. You know how many defenders who are actually really good defenders in NBA who are have gotten the short end of the stick because guess what? People apparently like to watch offense more than defense because it gets the numbers running more. If something doesn't make sense ever to y'all, just follow the money trail. It's like I can't believe he said that, and I love JJ too. I love JJ, but this is a horrendous take. I'm sorry about this long that I'm giving y'all, but that is so bad. And I've been preaching that actually at the beginning of my YouTube journey. Y'all can look back. I've been preaching that if we're gonna allow double dribbles, carries, all these different kind of things, right? You gotta allow at least a little bit more hand checking. I've seen more phantom calls this season of basketball than I've ever seen in my life. I've seen more calls being made before even the defender even gave the individual contact than I've ever seen before. Ever, bro. JJ, you're wrong. You're very wrong.
Wait,
bro.
What? There's no way you're saying this.
You're very
Are you
wrong.
forgetting about 2018 when the NBA introduced
Very
several
wrong.
rules to help the offense that even Curry admitted made scoring easier? You're joking, right?
I just named 6 rules that favor the defense. What rule favors
It's gonna sound so goofy too. I already can tell.
the offense? I want to know.
I guess not, JJ Smith.
What the hell was that?
And this line of thinking is exactly why the NBA is in big trouble.
And there's gonna be the nut huckers. They're gonna sit there and tell me, "Oh, but Melvin, he's in the NBA. Are you saying you know more than him?" Not saying that, bro. But let's do some common sense right now. Okay, so you do understand that just because you play in the NBA doesn't also mean you could coach too, right? Also, just because you play in the NBA doesn't mean you really know basketball as well. You do understand that, right? Kendrick Perkins is a great example of that. And many others that you could just probably go through the years and check out yourself. But JJ's a smart dude. I want y'all to seriously understand and really think about this. We all watch the same basketball. We've all said the same exact things. That defense is a lost art that is not being allowed to be played. Right? And here comes JJ Redick. And again, being all loud and spitting, that doesn't make your point even more valid. Usually when you see someone being aggravated during a conversation like that, they're trying to show you more of like, I'm really passionate about this, so you gotta believe me. Do not believe what you just saw. Believe your eyes. The NBA has favored offense way more than defense for a long period of time. Because it gets more numbers. Because they believe, and this is what the NBA executives believe, they believe that offense will get them more views. That's false. People want to see good basketball, a great balance of both. That's what people want to really see, right? What has happened is the trickle effect has now made it so bad, even in street ball that I've been watching, that I see people who can't even do the moves that they're defending, sit there and tell us, "Oh, bro, they ain't got every call ain't gonna be right." Yo, my brother in Christ, that man carried 3 times in a row. What are you talking about? Can you stop trying to soil the game just because you can't do none of these things? It's because you're a citizen in this world of basketball. You're a bystander. Can you stop doing that, please? The NBA is cooked in regards to that, bro. They said that they would fix the flopping situations, right? How's that gone so far? Like, come on, bro. Come on. It's ridiculous, bro. NBA been lying. They've been lying this whole time.
Trouble. Something you might have already noticed.
Lying, bro.
JJ Redick has been great for the NBA community.
OD great.
Authentic perspectives to the unoriginal mainstream media BS. But we need to understand the context of these statements. And then I'm going to spell out all the changes the NBA has made.
Go crazy,
including
MJ.
Some rules that have led us to the predicament we're in.
Come on,
the
bro.
Potential collapse.
Use your eyes, y'all. Stop letting them put a genjutsu over y'all eyes.
What is up, dudes? That's Ballers Players. It's your boy MJ. JJ is asking Derek White why it's so hard to get stops in the NBA.
Shout out to Derek White, by the way, bro. Derek White gotta be probably, I think that's one of those dudes in the NBA I would actually like to meet. He's a really cool dude, a really cool dorky kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? I would love to grab a cup of coffee and talk to the brother, man. For real, I would love to.
The NBA has the highest offensive ratings in NBA history.
Shocking.
Adjusted to the fast pace right now. Last year, the Kings had the highest offensive rating ever at 118.6, a record that won't be broken so easily. And this season, there are 4 teams with a higher offensive rating than that. Damn. Scoring is becoming too easy. 140-point games are a commonplace. A few weeks ago, we literally had the most 150-point games in a single night.
I want y'all to understand this too. We all understand growth happens and change does happen. But look right there, for example. 23 free throws. Just for a great example. Like, I want y'all to understand. If someone actually got fouled that, like if he got fouled like that much, right? We should see this a lot more, shouldn't we? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I don't understand how we're not, like, bro, even Philly fans will say, yeah, Joel flops a lot. Like what? Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Even besides the flopping, though, he still shot immaculate. Don't get it twisted. But y'all got, like, I need y'all to understand this from not a surface level of basketball. When someone is just baiting to get fouls all the time, and you are the defender, right? What that's going to do to the defender is that's going to now make the defender say to himself, why am I playing good defense for if the referees are just going to fall for the nonsense regardless, right? So that now makes the offense even more offensive because now the defense is now saying, well, the referee's not even trying to help, like, or trying to be equal. Why? So now that makes the offensive look even better, honestly. I hate to say it like that, but it makes it look better than it really should be. Like, seriously. Like, I don't think y'all understand, like, how it looks, bro, to guard someone really well, and then they draw a BS foul on you that you didn't foul them on, right? And then you try to argue it, and let's say you're nice and calm, you still might get a tech. So you're losing regardless. So I want people to understand just that perspective of things. Like, the NBA has a lot more talent than it has prior. That's a fact. Y'all can say whatever you want, bro. Just look at the style of play, bro. The ball handling is way different. The shooting is way better. The mechanics are way better in regards to everything in that nature. But, when it comes to defense and when it comes to offense, it's very hard to also really support that argument because the way offense is being allowed to be played, the amount of carries, double dribbles, and it's travel violations versus those who actually are playing really good freaking defense and they can't even get a advantage of a little bit of hand checking. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. I've been saying it forever, since a year and a half I started YouTube, bro. If you're going to allow the offense to get away with all these things, right? And I get refs miss things, but y'all got to understand, bro, you get paid to do a job. That's the refs' jobs, right? If majority of the time the referees are trash, They are not doing their job well. Plain and simple. Stop making excuses, because we don't do that for the players, right? Or the coaching staff, right? So come on, stop. If you are wrong majority of the time, you should not be working at where you're working, bro. Simple. It's simple. Like, it's not rocket science, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't understand how y'all keep defending these people, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. I get human error. I get making mistakes. But if I see you literally call a call on one end, and then the other end, they do the same exact thing, and you do not give that other team the call, I'm looking at you funny, bro. If I see it happen more than 2 or 3 times, I definitely know what the deal is at that point. And that's what I'm trying to explain to y'all, bro. Like, listen, a great example is Steve Kerr. The whole world had to bully Steve Kerr to play the rookies. We have the power to make things happen, bro. We are the consumer. Without us, there's none of this. There is none. We can literally make this change, bro. Like, seriously. Hate to say bullying people is wrong, but my goodness, it's getting bad in the NBA, bro. It's getting bad. It's getting really bad, bro.
We just had another 2 70-point games. No one even cares about 60-point games anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
It almost takes away the importance of each bucket. We have multiple 30-point scorers. 10 years ago, there were only 19 20-plus point per game players. Now there are 43.
What? Man, get this, man. Oh, that's crazy.
So Derek White starts saying,
One thing just start with, everybody's just so talented.
JJ immediately cuts him off and goes off on this rant.
Everybody is like looking for these reasons. Oh, it's the refs. Oh, it's the rules.
There's a lot, JJ. It's a lot.
Or we could just say these are guys.
Then JJ lists
Oh my god. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, it's that simplistic, huh? It's just
6 recent rule changes that favor defense and ask anyone to point out any rule changes that help the offense.
Lord.
How about for one, freedom of movement? That's just one. There are several, but first, why was JJ so angry? Perhaps the reason JJ was so passionate about this is because he believes that the players of today are better than the players of yesterday. And
now, I will say this. More skilled in a sense, you could make that argument. But it's also hard to make that argument with the amount of violations the offense is allowed to get. That's what y'all are not understanding. I understand that point, but I also understand the point of maybe the reason why they're scoring so much and they're so much more talented is because you're allowing them to get away with so much more than those of the yesteryears. Again, do I believe that their ball handling's better? Of course. The shooting, of course. The mechanics, I do believe that to be better, yes. But at the same time, we got to put that into perspective, put that into the conversation, and ask, is it also because I think they're better in those regards, what I just said, because of obviously growth, right? But I also do truly believe that if you're an all-star, if you're a superstar, you will always find a way to score, no matter how good the defense is, right? That was something that used to be said all the time a long time ago. It doesn't matter how good the defense is, right? If you are a superstar, you will figure it out, bro. But every time somebody drives to the rack, it's a neck snap. Every single time, it's someone pushing their hand down. Every single time, a carry, a double dribble, something. Well, I'm just saying, bro, if you're going to allow this, let the defense hand check. That's all I'm saying. That'll solve everything. Just let them hand check. That's it. That's it. That's it, bro.
And hot take, but not really, that's true in an absolute sense. The players of today are more skilled and more talented.
I agree.
Because they got to see what the players of yesterday brought to the game and then work on that for years longer.
It's
and
growth. It's called growth.
For that. Think about Allen Iverson's crossover. His handle was completely new in the league in the late 90s and broke so many ankles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Younger players could practice that sort of handle and make that part of their games. But the NBA also relaxed its palming officiating. Was there a rule change? No, but as Isaiah Thomas said, that would usually get called a carry until it all of a sudden wasn't. A recent example is Steph Curry, and now every younger player is working on a jump shot, meaning the players of today should be on average better at shooting
Yes,
than
they were
players of
before.
the past.
Absolutely.
But the NBA also tries to move officiating to allow for exciting offense. Keyword being
There you go. Because exciting offense brings money. Telling y'all.
exciting, and that's piece number one. The NBA has constantly made rule and officiating changes to get the offensive game where it is today.
It's all for ticket
to
sales.
Make the game more exciting. The discussion has become about whether NBA players are just too talented
That's so impressive
now.
from
As a
Luka.
result, scoring had to go up. And while a
So
part of
impressive.
the high scoring might be that NBA players are more skilled, there were also several rule changes that allowed NBA offenses to have more freedom to move and create space.
Kick it back to Solo. Here's Gallinari to the corner, to wide open Kevin
Good ball
Durant.
movement.
The freedom of movement emphasis was brought in 2018 and
Oh my
reinforced in 2020. The emphasis was to call fouls on any arm hooks preventing offensive and defensive players from moving, but also and most importantly, not letting defenders impede the path and movement of off-ball offensive players.
I agree.
That makes it really
Difficult for them to play defense. Yeah.
defense,
Yeah, very
right?
difficult. Yes.
The NBA was incentivizing moving off ball, specifically because now you couldn't really get in their path, moving the game more to the Warriors style of basketball that they had thought gave ratings. Defenses had to adjust to no longer being able to be physical with players without the ball, relying more on team defense.
Now, I have to say this too. With that being said, about the off-ball take, Stephen Curry is he's like in last place of being the superstar with the most amount of free throws. This man barely gets calls when he's off ball. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If y'all could prove to me that I'm wrong, please do, because I would love to see it. I like listen. I like listening to MJ, and I do believe him. But when it comes to this, I'm kind of curious about it. So let me know in the comments down below what do you think about that statement in regards to the off ball movement aspect. Because Curry gets fouled OD off ball, OD off ball. So, like, tell me, is MJ right? What do you think, man? Let me know in the comments, please.
And
Love
the
hearing y'all
crazy
knowledge,
thing
'cause I don't know,
is,
honestly. I don't know.
This wasn't the only time the NBA did this, but the entire league changed in 2018. Before the 2018 season even started, Paul Pierce even said this in anticipation.
It's no surprise to me that they're
Ew. Nike chino pants. Ew.
gearing everything toward the offense because, I mean,
It's obvious, though.
Offensive basketball is exciting to watch. When you see teams score 115,
But defense is
130
cool to
points,
watch too,
it's
bro.
exciting for a fan.
And just 2 months in
But the thing is, it's surface level fans that like that stuff. It's surface level. Like, I don't think y'all understand. I love watching the offense, but I love seeing how good a defender can guard an all-star. I love seeing that. I love seeing that, bro. I loved seeing Tony Allen back in the day. Tony Allen's my favorite defender of all time. I love Tony Allen. I love watching Kobe guard. I love watching Michael Jordan. I love watching Draymond guard. I love watching my goodness. Paul George when he was on the Pacers. I loved all of that, bro. I love watching all of that. But again, when you go and allow yourself to change, it's like this. It's like somebody in my comment section, right? Someone says, hey, I don't like the way you do things, right? And let's say it's like 30 or 40 people, right, saying that. But then the majority of other people love what I do. And then I'm sitting there going towards what that 30 or 40, the whole world does not want to just see offense. That's why people are gravitating towards European League basketball now more than I've ever seen before. There's a reason for that. No one wants to see all this malarkey, bro. No one wants to see all this. I promise you. I promise you, bro. They can lie to y'all all y'all want, bro. I talk to people overseas. I talk to basketball players overseas. I talk to people who freaking do FIBA basketball overseas. And they tell me the same thing. The NBA they're losing ratings. They are losing ratings, bro. Because no one wants to see all this, bro. Scoring 70 on efficiency that we've seen Joel Embiid and even Luka do previously, which I got to react to that after this. It's awesome. Don't get it twisted, bro. But at the same time, in the same breath, bro, it is very annoying, bro, seeing the obvious of the offense having advantage versus the defense. It's obvious. It's obvious.
The season in 2018, people were saying you can't stop NBA offenses, can't contain them because the rule changes, and that playing defense is an untenable situation.
Yeah, I remember when
Aldridge said it changed the game, and he was right because the league average.
Yeah, I remember when
by 5 points a game.
They were like, "Oh, would the OGs do good today?" And all the idiots were saying, "No." Yeah, okay.
That is the second biggest change in a.
Imagine Larry Bird being in this era. Imagine Michael Jordan, not Kobe, excuse me, Hakeem, David Robinson, Al Farouk, Peja, man, the list goes on and on. Imagine them having the access to the trainers, the food, the diets, the facilities. Imagine. Oh my Lord. My God. We'd be in trouble. We would be in trouble, y'all. Woo! To the ones saying that they wouldn't survive. You are a citizen in basketball. Sit down and shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Let those brothers come in during this era with all this stuff.
A single season in NBA history. But why did it help? It allowed smaller, less physically imposing players like Curry to go wherever they wanted. And if you touch them, it would be a foul. Essentially allowed players to
but that's not the case with Curry, though. That's the thing, though.
And create an NBA where that is more valuable.
He does get his touch
like
fouls, don't get me wrong.
Player in 2K and you put all your attributes in shooting
he does.
and not really much on physicality. Now, someone showed me that rule was changed since 2018. No. That's right. Heck, a year later, Curry said it gives perimeter guys a lot more freedom, a lot more opportunity for creativity, and obviously challenge defense in terms of schemes and how
he kept it funky.
You approach the end of the floor. A lot more ways to challenge the defense because you can create more offensive schemes. Sounds a lot like what's happening right now. The defense is struggling to keep up.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. JJ can yell and scream all he wants, bro. But if other NBA superstars are literally disagreeing with JJ low-key and saying, like, nah, bro, yeah, like, they're not disagreeing with him, like, directly, but they're saying, obviously, like, yeah, bro, the offense has a lot more than the like, come on, like, what are we talking about right now?
Those rule changes that JJ Redick conveniently forgot about were literally called freedom of movement. Now, I could pull up JJ Stephen A. Smith and just yell, you forget about the freedom of movement changes that introduced 4 changes in officiating, huh? I mean, that is preposterous. But screaming does not get the point.
Doesn't do it. It doesn't.
But here's an interesting point made by Ricky Rubio.
Shout out to Ricky, man.
In the playoffs, the refs might allow more grabbing and holding, making it harder. And I think that's true. Playoff basketball is officiated differently, scoring is no longer easier, and specifically the freedom of movement emphasis, while still applicable, will lose a lot more steam. But can we check for that? Yeah. You remember?
If you sleep on your side,
Talk.
I bet you hate your pillow.
Yeah.
And this is why. They might be.
Shut up.
How there are teams right now having the highest offensive rating in NBA history? Well, if we look at the highest offensive ratings of teams in the playoffs with a minimum of 2 series played, the top 10 does have teams from 2020 onwards, but also teams from different eras, like several different Phoenix Suns teams. And if we expand to the top 25, we see a mix from different eras, meaning high scoring from the regular season hasn't fully taken over in the playoffs. Don't get any ideas, NBA. So if the only reason that scoring is at an all-time highest talent, that should follow in the playoffs. But the NBA has a lot of influence, more than you would think. This process has been happening for years.
That shot was
did we
crazy.
conveniently forget that to shape a new narrative? Monty Williams spelled it out the best, going back to 1994 when he played in the league.
I want y'all to hear that again, because that's very important for y'all to hear what MJ just said. It was very subtle, but very important. Check this out.
Williams years, or did we conveniently forget that to shape a new narrative?
Did we conveniently forget that to shape a new narrative? The one thing about people, bro, or people who like to manipulate things is they will let things breathe for a bit, and find a way to make you guys, Men in Black, forget everything prior, to build up a whole new argument, a whole new case for just so it can fit what they want. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be very careful of that, bro. Seriously, because I've seen a lot of sports fans do that a lot, bro. They'll say some random stat line online, bro. Come to find out, bro, they were just lying the whole time and throw some random numbers out there just so they could just so people could say, yeah, man, blah blah blah, and just pat them on the back 1,000 times. And you look online, you're like, bro, you're wrong. And then you'll tell them that, and then they'll sit there and try to make fun of you, of your appearance or whatever. Something weird. You know what I'm saying? So just be aware of that, bro. I tell people all the time, if you don't believe something, research it. All the time.
Monty Williams spelled it out the best, going back to 1994
I'm gonna stop pausing now.
when he played in the league.
I'm sorry,
He
but this
said,
is very good
if you
video.
went to the rack, dunk the ball, or laid up, you got laid out.
True.
That wasn't appealing to the fans, so the league figured out a way to create more space.
I mean, that's
on
also
the
not
court.
defense.
And this process has been going on for years. The progression that JJ Redick is also conveniently forgetting that led to this point. But I want to address the recent rule changes Reddick said before getting into what
Please
even
do.
the NBA is overlooked.
Please
Let's
do.
break down those supposed 6 rule changes that were made in
Ooh,
the
good block, Russ.
defense's favor. If you notice, almost all of them had something to do with calling less fouls. Specifically, new ways offenses have found to draw fouls. Mainly
I ain't gonna, yo, when Curry does that, I'm sorry, pause. Quick. When Curry does that, bro, that pisses me off so much, bro. That, oh my lord, I get it, Steph. You don't get a lot of fouls. I get it, bro. But when I see him do this all the time, bro,
specifically, new ways
shoot and then like stick his legs.
offenses
Oh my lord, I know he's gonna miss.
have found to draw fouls. Mainly
I already know he's
because
gonna miss.
all these fouls were slowing the pace of the game.
He's
Not by
grabbing him too,
possession,
Jesus.
but in real life watch time, taking away from what was considered exciting.
Good
No
lay,
one
SGA.
wanted to see Harden shoot 20 free throws a game by hooking defenders' arms.
What in name are you doing?
Like, come
Paul
on,
George
bro.
had enough. The NBA could have stopped the shenanigans earlier, but they waited till
Too
other players
long.
started doing it.
Yeah.
besides Harden, like Trae Young in the 2021 playoffs. Even JJ's comments, who are usually supporting him, are roasting him. The only rule change that actually changed something older was jumping into defenders to draw fouls, and that's one real win for a defense. It still hasn't taken away the
Still happening, but not as much. I do agree.
main reason for the spurt of offense, and that's piece number 2. The NBA has been changing the league in a certain direction for the past 20
Yes.
years.
Yes.
I feel like the state the NBA community is in rewards clickbait, misinformation.
Yes.
The community
Yes.
that I fell in love with is disappearing. So if you like real conversations, subscribe and fight.
Sub to-
with me.
sub-
You know how players
Hey, sub to my dog MJ, bro. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with my dog, man. Sub to my dog, bro. I want you to put sub MJ down in the comments, please, man. That's my guy for real. I rock with MJ. And he's from New York. I rock with him,
screens
OD.
at the last second.
That's my
Yeah,
guy.
you couldn't do that in the 80s. That's an offensive foul. And now screeners can lean into the player, initiate contact, and it's normal.
And what's crazy, I never forget, people were saying that this was legal. Y'all love to talk about Golden State and illegal screens, bro, when everybody does it. I never will forget if somebody said, Golden State getting with illegal screens. Oh, word? They're the only team getting away with it? Oh. You got the stats for that? You got, hey, buddy. Hey, to the one whose team was getting clapped for the past God knows how many years because of Golden State. Hey, you got the information on it? You got the information that says Golden State averages the most illegal screens ever? No, you don't. The same way you don't know who carries the ball more too. Like, bro, y'all be chatting, bro. I never forget, bro, when someone said, I never forget, bro, people were saying Jordan Poole carries the ball most. Oh my lord, I'll never forget that, bro. Just because they see Jordan Poole carrying the ball because they watch Golden State doesn't mean he does it most of the time out of everybody in the NBA, bro. You have to actually sit down and actually do some math. But I love fans, bro. I love service level fans because they just say anything when they get emotional. Anything, bro.
Now screeners can lean into the player.
Everybody
initiate
does this, bro.
contact, and
Everybody.
it's normal. Or how about when the screener rolls to the basket, taking his defender with
Yep.
him? What about traveling? Because this was a travel in the 80s before the gather step was actually accepted. And now we
That's
got
crazy.
Nothing beats Grubhub delivering the fam's favorite meal.
Euros, spin moves, and legit travels not getting called anymore.
That is blasphemous.
I'm sorry, that is crazy.
Oh yeah, handles.
That's crazy.
You are supposed to have your hand on top of the ball.
Or the
but
side.
not every player cups the ball.
Shea dismisses.
What Jordan Poole does every night would be considered a war crime in the 90s. Heck, what Shea, Curry, Trey, pretty much everyone.
Everybody.
Were
Wow. Whoa. Look at that. Him saying the same thing I've been saying. Everybody does it, bro. So can y'all take your tinfoil hats off and think, please?
never.
Because y'all
officially
are ruining
It was a change in officiating and
being a fan of the NBA, bro.
made to improve the offense. A weird
what a great
feat.
scoop,
But
though.
there's one that happened within
Hey.
the past 20 years that changed everything. In the
Talk about it.
2004-05 season, the league was in a weird place.
Go.
Michael Jordan had retired and scoring had dropped quite a bit. So much so that there were concerns that the NBA was getting a little slow. Maybe they were right. And in the 2004 NBA Finals, the Pistons were able to body and impact Kobe's path to the basket. Mark Cuban saw this and after the finals, talked with the league to see if they could steer the game in a certain direction.
But see, it's not even steering in a direction, bro. But it's really simple. How about you stop letting these players get physically assaulted? That's not defense. That's not defense, bro. Defense is moving your feet very well to be able to stop the defender from getting where he's going. That's good defense. How to move your feet laterally, how to use your hands correctly, not having to do this every second because you can't keep up with your leg move, with your lateral leg movement, bro. That's how defense is supposed to be played. Not every second I'm grabbing or holding you because my lateral movement on defense is terrible. For y'all hoopers out there, because y'all know what I'm talking about. If someone is consistently hand checking you, me and you both know we're licking our chops at that point. Because we understand you can't play defense. If someone is sitting down like this and not even putting a hand on you yet, that mother lover know how to play defense. There's differences, bro. It's differences. If someone has to hand check you every second, they cannot guard you, bro. They cannot guard you. Be aware of that. Because as soon as you put that hand down, what are they going to probably do? They're going to probably try to hip check the crap out of you. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Trying to tell y'all.
To make it, again, more exciting. And in the summer of 2004,
Lord.
hand checking was completely removed. And it changed the entire style of play.
But I don't mind hand checking if you're gonna allow this.
Rule change, it was predominantly bigs like Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. But right after rule change, we saw the rise of Steve Nash, who won back-to-back MVPs. Why'd that help so much?
One of them he
Forget
shouldn't
the
have,
claims
though.
of physicality that you usually ignore anyway. I think it was best explained by Kenny the Jet Smith.
Because there's no hand checking, when he comes and I come here and I don't like it, now I can come back, I can set you
That
up,
is true.
I can throw it between my legs, then I can go into my move. So
is
now
true.
I don't like it. I get to an area to pull. All I have to have is a pullback dribble to get to a spot.
Right, because his hand's not on your hip. He's not, consistently like swiping away at you as how, a lot of good defenders usually do. Now, again, I do not mind hand checking at all. But if you're hand checking every second, bro, that's just a lot. That's a lot, bro. You know what I mean? But at the same time, bro, if you're going to allow, again, the offense to have so much of an advantage, bring back fully hand checking. Bring it back. Just bring it back. Because it's getting ridiculous, bro. Let's see who really can score with the best of them then. You know what I'm saying, bro? Let's really see. Because, bro, I don't like how I don't like it, man. I don't like
To
it.
shoot the ball. In the era that we kind of grew up in, when you make your move and the hand is there and you try to reset, the hand is still on you, so you're not allowed to look.
But the hand's on you because you can't play good defense, bro. Why's the hand got to be on the person for? Why? Why does it be on him consistently? I'm sorry, consistently. I got no problem with the hand being on the offensive player. I got no problem with that. But on him all the time? Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's a humongous advantage towards the defense. And again, if we're going to allow all these violations for the offense, allow it. But if you're going to change the rules for the offense and dial back a lot, at the very least, give hand checking a little bit more love for defense is what I'm going to say. Because you got to give defense some kind of advantage, bro. At least allow a little bit more hand checking. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. If you're going to allow this, you know?
NBA wanted to emphasize perimeter play, and with one rule change, they did. We all talk about the development of players or how the game has gone softer. Let's get clear.
That was
the
crazy.
NBA as an organization is pulling the strings.
Jordan Poole. Oh my God, that was a great move.
Get
Man.
clear, the NBA as an organization is pulling the strings. In David Stern's time as head commissioner, he took into consideration what the players and owners said and made decisions that would lead to better ratings. Players and teams are adjusting to rules and coming up with whatever works. But don't just take my word for it. Executives have said the same thing. And all these smaller changes have been geared to improving perimeter play, improving offense, hopefully leading to better ratings.
You gotta understand this too. Oh wow, the better ratings. Like what I said prior. It's not hard to understand this, y'all. I'll say this, bro, because people are going to probably think, oh, but Melvin, if growth is a thing, right? You know, and the offense got better, et cetera, what's the problem? Well, here's my thing about that, y'all. If the offense obviously has gotten better over the years, you don't think the defense got better as well too? You know, skill wise, being able to guard correctly, being able to call out certain defensive schemes, how to call out, those who rotating, those who are stepping up too hard, too late, and how to rotate on defense, those who are making calls like, yo, get your man, et cetera. Those who are able to use their hands extremely well, how to move their feet extremely well. Like, the offense cannot just get better, bro. The offense cannot just grow. That's just impossible. The defense also is going to improve as well. But the issue is it doesn't look that way because of the way the offense is being allowed to just go off. You know what I mean? So
the few rules aimed to help defense that JJ said was more to continue the flow of the game, and a byproduct was helping defenses. But not in the ways other rules drastically changed the game. But you see, there's a problem. A trap that the NBA fell for. Something that the EuroLeague knew and avoided. But to understand,
shout out to the EuroLeague, man. Uh-oh. These commercials are just terrible.
The 2021 Team USA basketball team. Remember how we lost to Nigeria? Well, during the game, we had stars like Lillard, KD, Tatum, but almost all of them were surprised by the physicality. Forget the hard hooking, just normal drives to the hoop had stars looking for a...
I'll give it like this to y'all. Watch FIBA previously and see how many times our NBA players complained after a foul. See how many times they complained. We've gotten so used to being babied, bro. So used to being babied. So used to it. Enough is enough, bro. Make the changes equal, bro. Please. Because NBA, you're gonna lose a lot of people, bro, if you keep going this route. You're gonna lose a lot of people, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Foul, and they struggle to get
open
love
the NBA,
because
bro.
defenders
I do not want to see
actually
that.
use their hands. And the funny thing is, that style of basketball is what viewers want. And
yes.
Said, it's easier to score in the NBA than in the EuroLeague, and the talent is supposedly in the NBA, right?
Like, all the signs are leading to JJ being wrong. People are still going to believe. Like, it's crazy to me, bro, how people just shut off their like their antennas, bro, on things. It's really fascinating.
Now, if you handicap them defensively, less fouls, working for more buckets. And that's piece number 3. The average NBA fan is getting desensitized to scoring and threes. Offensive records being broken now don't mean as much, nor capture as much attention, even though ESPN will try to stuff it down our throats. NBA saw viewership go down and thinks offense is the answer. We've always heard that people people want to watch good offense, watch the ball go through the hoop, exciting threes, but right now, it's a bit of the opposite.
I'm trying to figure out
The value
who.
of a bucket is low. Someone averaging 20 points no longer means they are one of the best scorers, even though broadcasters are still showing 20 points like it was 15 years ago. And I think a point made by Kenyon Martin and Gilbert Arenas actually resonates.
Does the modern NBA have an issue with too many teams trying to play the same way?
Yes, you're doing analytics on the 2, 3, 4 best shooters in the league on one team. And you're going to structure what they're doing, shooting 30, 40 threes.
When you're looking at
I agree with
talent,
that
you
too.
exclude certain kind of players now. You can't tell me there's not another 7'2", 290-pound kid out here that's dominant, and you overlooking him because, oh, she can't shoot threes. Everybody think, well, I can go get me another step. No, you can't. Everybody different. Let's play the game like it's supposed to be.
Every team is morphing
Very
into a
good point.
version of the Warriors, trying to have 4, potentially 5 shooters to create a ton of space.
And I said that too, as to why I didn't like KD going on the Warriors. I was like, it's going to spell a recipe for other teams to try to emulate that. And it's going to destroy the NBA entirely, you know. And that's actually what ended up happening. Now, do I like it? A little bit, not really, but at the same, because everybody's the same low key. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even Golden State, they were like the best in defense. They were top 5 in defense, top in this, top in that. They were more than just shooters. They were like, you know what I mean? So it's more context that needs to be kind of talked about when it comes to those Warriors teams back in the day. But no, I definitely agree with what the OG said, man, for sure. Like, they're trying to emulate a whole nother team that they can't. It's gonna be literally just not a poor, a poor byproduct of the main product, honestly.
With the rule changes, it's made it possible for nearly every team to do that with whatever personnel they have. And that's what people are saying now. I don't think more talent ever gets less exciting. I remember watching 2016 Steph being like,
Yeah, he was
whoa,
wildin'.
now that's something
He was
insane.
wildin'.
But
He was
I
wildin'.
think the way the game is officiated and what the NBA chooses to emphasize can make the game less exciting. If everyone is able to make threes, it makes it less spectacular, but that's talent. If every team is running 5 out, it makes it normalized. If everyone was a 6'8", 250-pound beast that can run as fast as a guard, then LeBron wouldn't even be special in the NBA. He would be average. And that's the point I'm making. If you make rule changes to guide the game to allow players to do previously one-of-one talents, then it's not just talent that's leading to scoring, it's literally the NBA. And when it's manufactured and not authentic, that's where you feel that
That's
bit
where
of
people
weirdness that you just can't put your finger on.
And people
that's
get
what the
that's a
NBA
real
is on
thing
right now.
That's a
So
real
JJ
thing.
Redick, while I point out an important recent rule change, the culmination of all the other changes have also led us to a point where defenses are handicapped more and more. Giving them some of their rights back doesn't begin to even equal out the rule and officiating changes in the past 10 years.
Because you understand too. Now let's say they give the defense an advantage, right? Now what's going to happen is now they have to now get used to being able to actually play physical defense. You know what I'm saying? They have to actually get used to that now. It's not like a light switch where you can just like, oh, okay, cool. You got to get used to that now. Because they're so used to now trying to find out every little weird way how to get by with the refs. Now you have so much more freedom to play defense. Let's say you can hand check now, you could bump more, you could move a little bit more on a standing screen. You know what I'm saying? Like it sucks, bro. It really does suck.
Alone since the beginning of the 2000s. And now it's time to fight back and curb the offense a bit to appreciate the game more. The only notification shout goes to an OG, my girl, Samhita, whose Warriors are going through it right now. Thanks for the all-day support. And if you want to know about the actual worst team in NBA history, not the Pistons, there's a video right here.
The Bobcats.
And if you're still here, you're a real one to comment no, so I know. It's your boy MJ. We out.
My boy, man. Shout out to MJ, man.
Therapy for me came at a time that was really pivotal.
Shout out to you, twin. Shout out to you, bro, my brother. But in all seriousness, bro, everything he said was very valid. All these things I've heard plenty of times. I've talked to plenty of my OGs, people I don't even know. They've all said the same exact thing over and over again, bro. One side is being allowed to because it's allowing the ticket sales and the pricing and the numbers to go up, while the other is not. And the NBA executives aren't realizing this, and they never do, because those who only focus on just the numbers of just making money and organizations don't really understand what they're doing. People don't want that. The consumer does not want it. The consumer wants really good basketball, wants a good equal flow of both. If you can give that, you have yourself a great product. But the problem is, since the NBA, you already have a great product with all this talent, right? All the money they make, et cetera, et cetera. Now, let's say if they didn't have, I'll say this: if the NBA didn't have the money that they have today, right? If they weren't as big as they were today, right, and they still were doing this, they would not be as popular in no way, shape, or form. They'll probably end up losing some money. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. No one wants to see just offense. I don't know who said that, who made that claim, but no one wants to see just offense. That's crazy. That's bad basketball. That's why kids, teenagers, young adults, when they play in college, let's say playing JUCO, playing overseas somewhere too sometimes. Not like over there, I mean like pro over here, like in the States. But like, you know what I'm saying? And they do certain moves, they're like, no, it's legal, it's legal. The NBA did it. It's like, the NBA shouldn't be doing it either. But I digress. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Let me know y'all opinions on this topic. MJ, great video. Hopefully I can talk to you one day, bro. I would love to have a convo with you about ball, bro. You have a great basketball mind, my brother. And if y'all can, go in his page and like try to link me and say, yo, Logic loves you, bro. Logic would love to talk to you, bro. Woo, woo, bro. Would love to, dog. I'll see y'all next one, man. Bow. Have a good one. Peace out. This was a great video. I really love this video.